Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and Mr. Secretary, thank you for your presence today. I appreciate the chance to be here to hear what you have to say. I am pleased that in 3 weeks on the job, you seem so knowledgeable about the details of the Department of Agriculture. And I express my appreciation for the idea that work by federal employees and work for federal taxpayers and constituents, particularly farmers and ranchers, can be accomplished outside the D.C. area. I've been through this issue with you previously in the earlier administration and was pleased by the decision to have 2 research agencies relocated in Kansas City. I'll leave off the word Missouri in that explanation, but 2 agencies located in Kansas City. And I want to know, do you anticipate in moving any functions of TFAA or FAS outside the District of Columbia?
Senator, I don't want to give a definitive yes or no answer, but as you know, our Trade and Foreign Agricultural Affairs Mission Area, which Congress instructed us to create in the 2018 Farm Bill, is something of a special animal, as most of its focus is actually international rather than domestic. It's basically a diplomatic corps for America's farmers, ranchers, and foresters. And so, given the specific focus of that agency, while I cannot guarantee that there won't be some employee who gets relocated, I think that that agency, when we're looking at what it is we're trying to do, and that agency's focus is international rather than domestic largely, that it might be among the lesser affected mission areas.
Well, Kansas City Commodity Office has historically played a significant role in the function of international food aid programs, particularly Food for Peace. Do you see those functions continuing under this reorganization?
All functions that remain with the Department of Agriculture by statute are unaffected. We cannot, with a reorganization, add to or reduce from the statutory responsibilities Congress has given to the agency.
Do you have any insight into what sub-agencies, if any, could move to Kansas City? Besides ERS and NIFA, Kansas City is also the home to the RMA Compliance Office and the Domestic Inspection Operations Office for the Federal Grain Inspection Service. Thoughts about those?
We don't have finalized lists. I think it's important to know that with regard to RMA, that is an agency where, because of its function, many of the people are already out in the field, and some of them are remote. And they're remote for a reason, not because it became cool 5 years ago, but because their job requires them to be on the road. And this reorganization plan does not affect that.
I also would add, I don't know that I need any comment from you, but I would add that with the move of NIFA and ERS to Kansas City in the first Trump administration, that decision was further confirmed by the actions of Secretary Vilsack. There was efforts at one point in time to try to reverse that decision, which Secretary Vilsack did not do. I do hope that we do better, and presumably the times have changed in regard to COVID, but so many USDA employees have worked remotely. We had this conversation when you were in my office seeking my vote for your nomination's confirmation. And I'm pleased by the efforts that you have described to me then and again today in this hearing about the insistence that federal employees at USDA return to in-person positions. True?
Yes, sir. And one thing I will note of bipartisan agreement during today's hearing is that it appears that members of both sides of the aisle are sick of Teams meetings and teleworking. And we at USDA are definitely on that bandwagon. We want our employees who need to be in the office in the office.
Mr. Secretary, thank you. You mentioned in your earlier comments about NBAF to Senator Marshall. Would you further explore with me and the committee? You indicated that you recognize some things needed to be done. What do you anticipate that those being, and how do you anticipate to accomplish it?
Well, Senator, I know that I need to take a trip out there in order to see it myself. And I have been summarily briefed on some of the challenges that are currently engaged in NBAF. I have a more in-depth briefing on my calendar after this hearing in the next couple of weeks. And after I've had that briefing, I'd be more than happy to sit down with you and talk specifics.
It is a jewel, a gem. I'd like to visit with you. I'm happy to come to see you. That seems to please you when we make the trip to your office, and I'll do that.
I was just complimenting Senator Hoven for his
I
extra
do
effort
not want Senator
coming.
Hoven to receive any additional consideration than I do. I will come, I will come see you. And in addition to talking about relocation, I'd love to have the conversation about NBATH, a project, the National Agro-Bioscience Facility that I've been involved in since, I don't know, my days in the House 20-plus years ago. Thank you, sir.